Good day, Minecraftians. Purple Mentat here, bringing you more Crash Landing. As you can see, my base is in a serious state of disarray, and I need to get to work on that. But first and foremost, I need better food. I am sick of living on what I have, so it is time to make something a bit better. And to do this, I've gotten myself a whole bunch of fresh water, which can be crafted with a bucket or bottle of water in the crafting interface, get you 4 fresh water, which when combined with flour and salt and something else, hang on a moment, what am I forgetting? Probably a mixing bowl. There we go. The mixing bowl gets us dough, which can be cooked into bread. Bread has a couple of really fantastic uses, one of which I'll show you right... hang on, I need to get some grapes before I can really show you what I have in mind here. Here we go. Grab my grapes, grab my peanuts. Don't have any other peanuts ready, but that's okay. Slowly starving to death as I get some better food together here, but it'll be worth it in the long run. Actually, I think that I still have a couple of consumptions of... Hang on, where'd my soup go? Is it back in this chest? Why do I leave things everywhere? Starve to death for my own forgetfulness at this rate. There, that'll keep me going until I can craft some better food. Yeah, juicer. That's what I need. Okay, so now that I'm being a little bit less of a derp, grab some bread, make some peanut butter, and make some jelly. Which is a juicer, grape, and sugar. No, that's fruit punch. Wow. I can never remember how these things work. It's a saucepan and along with the juicer. I don't even know if I have a saucepan. Didn't I need to craft one of those at one point? Did I keep it anywhere? Let me go find that. While I'm looking for that, know that the world download is coming. I just decided that that was an absolutely terrible, dumb mob spawner design, and I'm going to be building something better this episode. So, yeah. That's when once this episode's complete, you should see the link right along with this episode. And I apologize that it's taking me so long. I don't want to put out a really bad design, and I'm kind of ashamed that I spent as long on it as I did at this point. Okay, here we go. Now I've got the jelly. Grape jelly on its own, not very great. It's just a snack, but when combined with bread and peanut butter, should allow me to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, unless I need toast. I probably need toast. So many steps to these things. Huh. Yep. No, I need a cutting board. There's always a special tool that I'm forgetting. This is what I get for not doing as much with Pam's HarvestCraft in Agrarian Skies as I should have, because I was able to just kind of shortcut to better food and always just use the one thing. Here we go. There we are. Now I can make some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, which are nourishing meals, which are fantastic because of the 2.5 bars of saturation that they give each, and the fact that they restore 3.5 bars of hunger apiece. Also, they generate extra glass bottles. There's a couple of recipes that I've been using throughout that generate a bunch of extra glass bottles when you use them. That's why I'm up to 37 stacked in there. Actually, correction. That's why I am over a stack of glass bottles at this point. It's a little crazy. In any case, that will solve my short-term food issues between the rice soup and the peanut butter and jelly, and then just flat-out toast will be a good third. Because if I go take a look at this, bread is only 1.5, but if I cook that bread into toast in a furnace, I get 2.5. I mean, I get 2, which is pretty good. And then it wouldn't be hard to combine this with some other stuff to eventually make something even better. If I could get my hands on some tofu, I'd be doing really well, but soybeans are not easy to find. Also, toast is going to be important in the long term. Anyway, we'll start cooking up some of that. Moving on, my changed plans for the mob grinder. So, having the grinder in that little dark room was alright, but I know that I can do better. Let me consolidate things a bit. I'm going to grab myself you, and you are empty. Awesome. You are still finishing up and pumping out a little bit more power. Oops, turn you off. Or maybe you're not. Okay, everything's all done here. Great. So we'll just grab you for the time being. And get a bunch of stuff put away because I have too many random bits and bobs in my inventory as usual. There. All of you go away. Deal with you later. So what's the plan? Well, going to take my dynamo and my mob grinder, and we're going to set the whole thing up right here, pointing at the wall, because the grinder will happily work through the wall and kill everything on this side. Now all I need to do is get the monsters in front of it, and that's where these conveyor belts come in. So I got 16 of them from a quest, and they're dead simple to make more. All it takes is 3 rubber bars, 2 redstone, and 1 iron ingot, and you get 16 of them. So I should have plenty to line my entire channel here. Moat? Yeah, let's go with moat. With conveyor belts and push everything in front of this grinder. Now I know this grinder can affect 5 blocks, so I don't need the conveyor belts to go the entire way. They can stop right here. However, I'll probably have them go 1 more just to pack in the mobs as densely as possible. And we're going to run the conveyor belts along the entire inside area so that everything gets pushed into that spot. But you'll notice, this is a little bit annoying. If you get stuck on the conveyor belt, well, you're stuck on the conveyor belt. You can't get off. There is a solution for that, though, which we have the materials to create back at camp. And that solution is the, I believe they're plastic boots? Hang on. Invar, hardened leather, steel, wooden, plastic boots. And that's just made with 4 sheets of plastic. And those will protect you from your own conveyor belts. They will not be able to grab you when you're wearing plastic boots. Put these on. They do provide a tiny little bit of armor, and if they don't already, they will at some point provide some form of extra heat. So be careful with that. And now I can walk on the conveyor belts and they do not affect me. Take those off, and they immediately grab me and take me along. Alright, so I'm going to finish getting this all lined up, and once I have it all the way around, getting close to dark, but not quite there. Once I have the entire area done, I'll be back to show you what it can do at night. See you then. Alrighty, folks, nighttime is the right time for monsters dying. As you can see, there are monsters out there. They're coming this way, and they're dying to the grinder, which is, so far, keeping powered. Doing a pretty good job. Monsters are getting piped this way from other parts of the moat. They don't seem to be quite swarming me as hard as they used to, but that's okay for the most part. I basically have the entire moat covered with double... Ow. Well, mostly covered with double conveyors. Tomorrow I need to lay down the rest of them. But it's doing pretty good so far. I'm not unhappy with this setup. And if all is well in the world, it will generate a surplus of not only mob essence, but also gunpowder. Awesome. Alright. I'm actually going to sleep through this night and finish laying down that conveyor so that things go faster. Oh, you know what? Let's just leave it. Let's leave it the way it is for right now. Let things progress. And let's get to work on making more machines, as that has been a part of the plan. Oop. There we go. Spiders, still an issue. So I have my empty PCBs finished. 7 of them, unfortunately, because I did let one of them despawn. They do not stack. However, you can pretty easily toss them all into the acid in one big group. And I'm going to give these just a little bit of time. Once they finish processing, then I'll be back, make some more machines. See you in a bit, folks. Alright, morning dawns. Let's take a look at the results after one night. Well, this one tank of this one hardened portable tank of mob essence, not nearly enough. I filled up more than 15 buckets in one night, as well as profited by 23 gunpowder. Yeah, I started with well, I mean, I didn't take any out of here and put in the reactant dynamo overnight, so I gained 23 gunpowder that one night. And this is without things being quite complete yet, as you can see. Alright, I'm going to finish getting this put together. I did recover my 7 unassembled PCBs this time. Hang on, I had it right the first time, didn't I? I have trouble with the directions on the conveyor belts. They move at a rate that is just slightly hard for me to tell. What I should look at, honestly, is the direction of the white bit. The white pixels being on the right-hand side means it is flowing in the direction I am facing. If they are on the left-hand side, it is flowing towards me. That would be a good way to look at it, and would probably help me place these a lot more smoothly a lot more of the time. This takes a lot of conveyor belts. It's a good thing I've got a decent rubber farm going on. Alright, now I finally have the entire thing done. And honestly, this is probably overkill. What I'd probably be better off doing is eventually installing a grinder in all 4 walls, or maybe 2 grinders in each wall, and setting everything up with the Tesseract network, and I might do that sometime. But for right now, this is doing a pretty good job. Okay, so one of the very next quests that I need to do, which I'm able to accomplish now, is to make myself the pneumatic wrench. And I've been told by a friendly commenter that I'm going to need that wrench to create for myself the... to be able to gather the laser unit from the city. In any case, I know I need a PneumaticCraft wrench specifically. So let's take a look at what it's going to take me to make one of those. Burst plant seeds. Okay, well, let's find our burst plants and what it's going to take to acquire them. I need some gray dye. No problem. Bone meal and squid ink. And I will have my gray dye. I've got plenty of bone meal and plenty of ink sacs. And, ooh, you know what else I need, though? That's right, grass seeds. I'm going to have to do a bunch of dirt farming. I won't inflict that on you guys. Instead, let's work on something else a little bit fun. So now that we have a reliable source of power, as long as I am willing to let this run overnight, there's 2 more things that I'd like to do. One, I want to finish this wall, put 1 more layer on it, and put some sort of outcropping on it to stop spiders from getting to me. I'll do that off camera, though. That's, you know, just boring building. 2, I want to automate the gathering of leaves. That power is going to be essential for that. So let me start getting the items together I need to do that, and I shall return when they are complete. Okie dokie. So, one of the quest paths in Technological Revolution appears to have exactly what I'm looking for down it, which starts with MFR basics. I need to make a precision sledgehammer and an upgrade tin. Well, this precision sledgehammer is, oh, you know what? Let me make my printed circuit boards and clear this thing out a bit so I can work here. And maybe do a little bit of other housekeeping because I always forget to do that stuff off camera. Perpetually full inventory in this pack. I will be so glad once I get my applied energistics system going. If I even use one. I'm not certain I will. Alright. So, as I was saying, precision sledgehammer, very, very easy. There we go. And upgrade tin, also fairly simple. Come on. I know you can do it. That's a little better. Ooh, it does not like the open parentheses. That's fair. Alright, upgrade tin requires a bit of gold nuggets. And there's a spider that's about to come say hello. Very simple. That completes MFR basics. Huh, and I get 6 Invar ingots. That's actually pretty fantastic. As well as 8 rubber bars and a PRC LX100 logic expansion board. Feel like I'm, you know, dealing with Marvin the Martian saying that mouthful. We're just going to toss our capacitors in here with the rest of the random tech goodies for the time being. Next along the list for the MineFactory Reloaded, using what you got. Auto spawner, auto anvil, and auto enchanter? Not yet. However, green growing things, definitely. Harvester, planter, and fruit picker. I don't care nearly as much about the fruit picker, but the harvester and the planter will handle my leaves. Now, I actually have just been given enough goodies to be able to make 2 harvesters and 2 planters, which I need. I'm going to need both here. One of the things I need here are bricks. Why bricks? Well, I need 2 flower pots. Let me grab those first. And if I take a look at the harvest... Oh, hello, ghast with a spider on your head. As long as you're staying over there, I don't care. If I take a look at the harvester and the planter, they both require machine frames. Well, if I want 2 of each, then I'm going to need a total of 4 machine frames, which require these PRC LX100 logic expansion cards, which, if you remember correctly, simply made with plastic and redstone. We have plenty of both plastic and redstone. And I think I'll keep that in rubber form for the time being. I think that's in my best interest. So we're going to turn 4 of these printed circuit, well, 3 of these printed circuit boards, because we were just given 1 logic expansion board. Did I do it wrong again? I did. There we go. 1. Oh yeah, these are the things that don't stack. Pretty sure I went over all of this once, but just in case, now you've seen it a second time. And if I'm lucky and remember, I'll never do that again. Now, the machine frame... Ooh, actually, the machine frame requires Invar, doesn't it? Yeah, Electrum and Invar. So... Hang on. Oh, hello. You gonna come down and say hi? You want to play? Come on. Come on. Come here. That's a good boy. There we go. Ooh. Did I accidentally drop a thing? I did. Oh, right. Things are getting picked up by my system here. Anyway, let me go drop off this gunpowder and this string. Went through one more night, and I am up to 39 gunpowder in the chest. Yeah, this is kind of ridiculously good. I am happy. Okay, so I need a reliable source of Invar. To get said reliable source of Invar, I need... Well, hang on. I've got actually quite a lot of Invar already. Let me do some math. I need 4 blocks, so that's going to be 16, and another 6 more. Yeah, actually, I'm in pretty good shape. What I am going to need more of right away is Electrum and silver. Hang on. My overflow stuff ending up in here? Yes, it is. Rubber, birch, acorn, rice, grape, peanut. Nothing exciting. The Certus should have gotten sorted. I think that I only have my sorting running while the machine itself is running, though, so that might be the issue. Alright. So, I'm going to need... you know what? Let's just make a handful more Electrum, because it's not like I'm short on materials at this point. At least as far as basic metals are concerned. Shiny and Invar or ferrous I am rather short on, but that's another story and another problem for another time. So we'll fill up, well, mostly fill up the smeltery with 12 silver and 12 gold, and let that run. Get my block of bronze out of there. Don't even remember why I was crafting bronze. Ah, that's a problem. In the meantime, while that's processing, I'm going to need 8 glass. Alright, now I'm fairly certain I've shown you the actual steps of crafting this recipe again. I mean, before, again. So, I'm going to get these finished up another time. Right now, though, I have everything that I need to show you the harvester and the planter. Give me my redstone back. I need one of you, aren't I? And I think I need some pistons, which are going to take a couple of iron, a couple of redstone, some planks. These can be planks. Yay, I have planks. Some cobblestone. We'll go make 2 pistons, because those are part of the planter, as you can see. Perfect. What else do we need? Reception coil and copper. Awesome. Almost done. I don't want a block. I just want a piece and a bit of copper. Doot, 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 doot. Fantastic. Planter complete. Next step, harvester. This requires... Oh, I put away all my Invar. This one requires an Invar axe. So I play the dive into the chest and then run around like a chicken with my head cut off game. Invar axe, couple of shears, so iron, couple of gold, and another reception coil. There we go. Yes, that looks good. Eaten 4 times recently. Toast. We'll eat a bunch of toast. Now this is going to basically permanently solve the water issue, which means that things like toast and bread are no longer out of reach. So I could effectively make myself a collection of jelly sandwiches and live on nothing but peanut butter and jelly for the rest of forever. I actually kind of like that idea, so let me know if you guys are okay with that or if I should eventually target fancier foods. Tell me in the comments below if you would like me to go for something, you know, a little bit fancier, or if you think the idea of having a vast array of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches sounds like a beautiful and mature thing for a stranded spacefarer to do. I think it is, but, you know, that's just my opinion. And my opinion is frequently incorrect. Oh, right, inventory tweaks, no. There we go. 1 planter, 1 harvester. Now all I need is some dirt, which I'm unfortunately seriously low on at the moment. Yep. Hang on. I think I need to go do some work by hand and get myself some more dirt before I can really go any further. Ooh, I have 2 in there. I only need 4 more. Come on, dirt. Nope. Nope. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. As mentioned before, I have about 8 dirt worth of rotten flesh just kind of lying around, so I'm going to get this composted, and I'll be back when I'm ready to put the harvester and the planter into use. See you then. Alright, let's get this going. Now, I'm very limited on leadstone energy conduits at the moment, and I have absolutely no interest in building more of them, so what we're going to do is we're going to put them down, and we're going to use the smallest possible area that I can imagine for this operation. Hang on, I need a thing there so I can place you like that. Fantastic. Alright, let me grab my crescent hammer. Take that back, and we'll sit, whoops. Did I just rotate that? That's actually a problem if I did. I did. Oh, I did not want to pick up the energy cell. Oh, I mean the dynamo. Oh well, I wasted 4 buckets of mob essence. It's not going to kill me. And where'd my gunpowder go? I can't find it. I'm sure that once I move you... Oh, actually it was all out of gunpowder. I used it all. That's okay. Got a good bit of power saved up. Yay! So the planter's getting power, but the planter also needs plants, oddly enough. So we're going to give it some plants from an item duct. And the item duct is going to have to snake around a bit. 3, 4, 5. 6. Like that. And we're going to tell it not to interact with the engine. The harvester will happily output to the item duct as long as it's available. It can also produce sludge. We'll deal with that another day. We're going to set up 1, 2, 3 barrels for the output from the harvester. And we're going to go get our saplings, because those are what we're going to need at first. Saplings I'm going to use are oak. And I'll bring some bone meal along just to speed things up. Show you how it all works. I am unfortunately low on the oak wood, and I don't seem to have any apples handy. As this particular harvester operation is going to produce 3 products: apples, oak logs, and oak leaves. So what we're going to do, we're just going to toss the oak saplings into the planter, and whoa bam. Immediately, they are all there. And we're going to start growing some. And you'll see the harvester kick into gear once... Oh, you know what helps to get the harvester kicked into gear? Power. So this thing needs power going out the top, and there you go. Oh, look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. You'll notice that the items are already starting to appear in the barrels. We are going to lock the wood there. I'm actually going to take the saplings and lock them here, because I want apples to go into that one. So every time a sapling shows up, I'm going to remove it until an apple shows up in there. This would be a lot easier if I already had an apple. And the reason for this is because saplings will attempt to go into the planter first. Patience is not my virtue. You're not even backstuffed. That's actually kind of surprising. You know what? We're going to make sure we put just one more barrel on the end here. Just, will that work? Or will it round robin between the two? It's probably going to try to round robin between the two. You know what? We've got enough in the barrel. Let's... There. Keep bone mealing until I get some apples. Ah, isn't that awesome? Love it, love it, love it. As you can see, plenty of saplings coming in. More than keeping up with the amount that I'm using in the planter. Plenty of oak wood. My charcoal needs are forever handled. There's an apple. Awesome. Now, what's that last one going to be? Well, you see, if I, now that I have plenty of saplings, switch this guy over to sheer leaves yes, and I grow another tree, well, it's not going to collect apples or saplings. Oi. There's a spot for these. Oh, I put apples in there. Oh well. Now there's a spot for these. Anyway, we'll have a bit of a sexier system once I build some more machines. For the time being, though, this is doing a pretty good job of collecting lots of leaves for me quickly. And when I run out of saplings in the planter, all I need to do is turn it around and put it back on sheer leaves no. Put these saplings into the planter. Now, I can set up a machine to automatically bone meal things for me. It's not necessary at the moment. Yes, I am a happy, happy person. And this very large collection of leaves is going to handle both my dirt needs and my water needs for the foreseeable future. So all I need to do, take the leaves and toss them in here. And I can automate this again later, but right now it's not really super necessary. I think right now that I've got automatic water and dirt production, well, at least I have automatic gathering for water and dirt production pretty well handled for the short time being. It's time to push the quest chain. That sounds like the best bet to me. Let me go take a look at that. Alrighty, folks, upon checking the episode recorded time so far, I found that we are almost out of it. As such, I have decided to complete the fruit picker portion of the quest. 4 shears, machine frame, reception coil, couple of plastic sheets, and another Invar axe gets us our fruit picker, which we are going to use to claim this reward. A better barrel, 6 item ducts, and 16 raw plastic. Kinda useful, not super great. All creatures great and small wants me to rancher chronotype or breeder. I am so not ready for that yet because I need to get into creating life first. And if I want to do creative life, I need lonely. 10,000 mob essence and an egg will get me a chicken spawner. Well, a chicken spawn egg. Well, I have plenty of essence at this point, so let's make the block that we need for that, or at least collect the block that we need for that. Quest delivery system. And let's grab ourselves an egg. It's got a 1-day cooldown, which is 20 minutes in real time, so can't repeat it instantly, sadly as that may be. We're going to select task. We're going to put down the egg. Oh, we're going to put down the QDS, grab our mob essence, which I want to make sure I only give 10 buckets into this, so I'm going to keep an eye out. Whoop, never mind. that goes fast. So next time we'll definitely build something that can do that a little bit more, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Gracefully? Yeah. Quest or QDS only, manual submit will not work. Fine. Put a hopper on the side of it, toss the egg in, toss the egg in, and quest complete. Now I get my spawn egg. I can make a chicken. And, more importantly, that opens up the ability to make horses, pigs, sheep, cows, villagers, wolves, and ocelots, all with similar recipes. For example, sheep requires 8 wool and 40 buckets of mob essence. Cows, 8 leather and 40 buckets of mob essence. Pigs, a gold nugget, 7 rotten flesh, you know, zombie pigmen, and 40 buckets of mob essence, etc., etc., etc. Block of emerald and 100 buckets of mob essence to get 1 villager. And you need 2 before you can start breeding them. So yeah, it's not going to be a fast process, folks. But that's okay, because I'm generating tons of mob essence every night without any real effort on my part, which I'm pretty happy about. Okay, that's going to be all the time that we have for today. Join me next time for continuing along the technological revolution. We're going to progress on the thermal expansion quest line because I want better toys. I want better item ducts. I want better energy conduits. I want better energy cells. Hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please let me know what I've done right. And if you have not, please let me know what I have done, what I could do better. I like that phrase a little bit more than what I've done wrong. All right. Thank you. See you next time.